Hey people, today we're just going to go over a difficult shoot I did. I think it was like last year now. Anyway, had a model, Lillian from agency Body, and she came up, do a portfolio overhaul as such, and for myself, and we did an arcade shoot. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to go into Lightroom, show you some bits and bobs, and go into Photoshop just to briefly go over what we actually had to do to get the images, as it was quite a dark place and we didn't really want to take lighting in there, because to get that sort of vibe we'd have had to light it with like 5 to 7 lights, and it's just not viable for like an hour shoot. So this is what we did, and we'll just go over it quickly. So anyway, some of the stuff, like we did some window shots in the front, they're really straightforward, and even these ones really straightforward. We've got window light, got a bit of obviously the background internal light showing through, but with my sort of grade, in actual fact, if we just take that, and you're sort of virtually there. So this is sort of what we did. There you go, rein that in, highlights up, blacks in, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, the key here is you're capturing obviously, you know, the image that you require. Like I said before, ISO, I'm at 2000 here, f2, 25th of a second, stack sharp. Obviously it hasn't focused on her eye, it's gone to the back eye. Is it an issue? Not really. She's lit well at the front. There you go, we've got plenty to play with there. Get the white balance, there we go. Warmed up a bit, just set the saturation. Absolutely superb. You know, even at ISO 2000, there's no real grain there. And even if it was, because we were actually going for a sort of American arcade vibe, it works. And then this you can take into Photoshop and you can just like get the last bits done. Now the harder shots, we've got the Lightroom grade here from the raw, and then I've taken it into Photoshop for the final. So as you can see, I've masked the background out, changed the white balance so it matches the front, and then all I've done is just dodged her face just to even out some bits and bobs. Not that she needs it, but it was just evening out some of the skin tone, added slight contrast to the jacket. So all of this is masked in. So I'm masking all these. This isn't, you know, one click done and then a bit of tweaking in Photoshop with some curves or some dodge and burn and things like that. I masked the coat out to add back in some contrast. Redid her hair as well, masked that in, added some blacks, changed the colour slightly, added some magenta to offset the green and yellow here. You know, it's far more work. Redid her eyes, like brightened those up, dodged and burned here across to add some focus to where she's looking. So it's not like a major retouching in the context of I'm remapping the skin, rebuilding texture. It's about making all these individual bits which make this photo pop. So the jacket, the hair, her look, her face, all the colour on her face as well, making sure that's, you know, displayed really well, because this is the focus point, and what you should be drawn to is the face here and then down the whole aesthetic. And it just all makes the finished product pop. Even just the background, if I'd have left that yellow, as you can see here, it just looks terrible. And just that was like a 5-minute fix, but all of this, it's all tweaked, all of it is, and it is just simple masks and then just colour correcting to get it completely balanced. And that's it. bit more in depth. And I won't go through like the full process because I'd be here. This took quite a long time to get to this end result, but you can see what can be achieved. It's never going to be a quick win. It's always about taking your time. And you know, if it's worth it, this was, in this case, is for portfolio. So, I mean, it had to be like bang on. And yeah, there are little bits, you know, you could do, but that for me, that's absolutely superb. And, you know, this obviously went into the portfolio and on the website. So really chuffed for that. So I hope it's been a bit of an eye-opener. If there's anything else you want to know, obviously put it in the comments below, and I'll sort of address it. But if I actually went into it like step by step and actually showed you physically, you know, the video would be like an hour and a half long. But it's just sort of, yeah, these are masks and colour corrections. I will see you next time.